I'll go ahead and introduce myself. For those of you who are new here, my name is Melinda Hart. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and you are watching Stamping with Hart. And tonight we are going to be working with the Fitting Florets collection. I'll be talking all about it. We're just going to be making one card tonight. We're going to do a different color theme, but we'll get to that in just a moment. I love them. Oh my gosh. So the first thing that I want to say about the Fitting Florets collection is that it will be available for purchase to customers starting November 1st. But you can actually get the Fitting Florets collection in the starter kit right now. So for those of you who are interested in the starter kit, you can actually put this in because it's a pre-order for demonstrators. And of course, assembling your starter kit is your very first kit that you get when you become a demonstrator and sign up with Stampin' Up. And the great thing about doing that in October is that there's an additional savings on the starter kit. So you can get $155 worth of product and pay $99. That's a $56 product savings. You also get free shipping on the kit. So if you're interested in getting Fitting Florets now, that is a great thing to consider with the starter kit. And another perk, of course, is that you would get to see catalogs first. You would get access to purchase new products first, and you get that 20% discount, which is so helpful when you're making all of these holiday projects leading up to the holidays. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. But I'm actually going to go through what comes in the collection. So the thing that really had me like just completely so over the moon happy about this kit are the ovals. These are all of the dies that come in the kit. And I really wanted to show them. This is actually the Mary Merlot cardstock because I wanted it to really stand out. So here you can see with these ovals, you're getting all of these different sizes and cuts and styles. So beautiful. And I have been wanting a really nice oval set, a die set for a while. So I was so thrilled to see this. And if you are looking to add some new shape dies to your collection, this is definitely one that I recommend. I mean, they are all gorgeous and they're all different. So I love that. Different sizes, different styles, different patterns. So those are the dies. Now, this is the designer series paper. And the designer series paper, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful, and it can be all occasion. So it does not necessarily have to be Christmas. And that is because you have options, right? Maybe not everybody is crafting for the holidays or for Christmas. Maybe some really want to get more into the everyday crafting, but with Fitting Florets, you can do both. There is an all occasion stamp set and there's also a Christmas stamp set. So here are some of the stamps, and I think I have the stamp set nearby. I've been digging into these, so I think they're over here. But that was my little tea splash. Sorry about that. You can get a feel for what the all occasion version or the floral theme stamp set is like. You get a fabulous combination of sentiments and all of the different floral images here that we have. And then there is a Christmas version. There are Christmas stamps. Let me see if I can find the sets here. Okay, so just to give you the imagery from the actual stamp sets, this one, framed florets, along with the dies, okay, that you're seeing here, all of these dies, this is going to be in the January catalog. And I can't even believe I'm talking about it, but this bundle is actually going to be available in the January, the mini catalog, okay, for 2023 in the beginning part of the year. This framed and festive, and the paper, the designer series paper, is temporary. So these will be available starting November 1st. Like I said, you can put it in a starter kit today, but these will retire at the end of December. I think technically it's January 3rd that they would no longer be available, or while supplies last. So you can actually get the entire collection, which also includes these really beautiful, what are they called? Gold adhesive back swirls. Okay, so I'm going to try to get really close to the camera here with these. You can see these look like the best way I can describe the gold is a very warm, bright gold, kind of like an 18 karat gold style. They're very colorful. And then they have this like design on them, like a swirling pattern design. They're so beautiful. From what I understand, and Roberta, correct me if I'm wrong, I think these are also temporary. So this bundle is going to carry over, and these are while supplies last, or ends, I think, January 3rd. So it's stunning. This paper is stunning. And I did not use this today. I didn't do every day today. I wanted to start with Christmas because that is where my head is right now. I love framed and festive. And I was talking with Roberta about this, and she said, aren't these just absolutely perfect for the inside of your cards? And I was thinking about, you know, doing these as a centerpiece or a focal sentiment on the outside because they're such a fabulous size. But she's right. These are perfect sentiments for the inside of the card for the holidays too. So definitely keep that in mind. So I really wanted to walk you through this, show you what comes in this collection, whether or not you want to purchase the entire collection, purchase the pieces that you want. Just wanted you to know what is sticking around, what is temporary, so that you can get these things while you can. I am a floral girl, so I absolutely love the florals. I love everything about it. But I am most excited about the ovals. So I really wanted to do something with Christmas today with you guys. So here, just to kind of go through the everyday sentiments: wishes for a beautiful birthday. Thank you with all of my heart. So lucky to call you friend. For a special person on a special day. Just a little reminder that you are loved, and celebrate. There are 13 stamps. There are 13 dies. That to me is like a powerhouse bundle. So I think it is absolutely worth it. And of course, if you get the collection, you can get framed and festive, or you could get that individually too. There are 8 stamps here. These are all sentiments, but they are good. They are a good size. There are 2 that are smaller, but for the most part, they are big. And then we have, of course, the designer series paper. So let me show you guys the cards, and I'll show you which colors I used because I was kind of going Christmas here. But we're going to do sort of a non-traditional Christmas color here on the live because I'm very eager to use polished pink with it. So here I have basic white for all of our card bases. And then our color theme here is green and gold. This is actually shaded spruce cardstock. This is our gold foil that has the sort of like the detailed oval, I can call it maybe, and then the inside oval as well. So when you cut this die, which we're going to cut one together, it will cut 2 individual pieces. It's going to cut the frame, and it's going to cut that center oval, which is so beautiful. And I actually stamped all of the sentiments here as the background. And the only one that is missing is From All of Us. I think that's the only stamp I didn't use, because I really liked the way that this all fit together. I did this last season for Christmas. I like using sentiments as background, especially if all of the sentiments are really regarding the same occasion or theme. So that was what I decided to do, and that's what you're seeing on all of these cards. So, and then I have just little pearls for our berries on these 2 little branches here that I have, which is also a die from this set. And then for this one, we're using Sweet Sorbet shaded spruce for our branches. And then, of course, these are those little detail swirls. If I can, I cannot remember them. I cannot retain the name in my head. The gold adhesive back swirls. So we have them on the top and the bottom here. And then I have some in color dots on here as the berries, just to match the Sweet Sorbet. And then, of course, on this one, I'm using that silver specialty foil paper. And this is like sort of the darker silver with Starry Sky. And then I did the heat embossing. So 2 of them have heat emboss, or actually 3 of them do. I'm lying. So we have gold heat emboss, white, and silver. Tonight, we're going to do black on pink. And then we're going to do a two-tone frame. I just wanted to try that. So we'll do that together. But Starry Sky is very quickly becoming one of my favorite in colors. And I just thought it looked so stunning in silver. So anyway, we're going to start with Christmas and, of course, incorporating these gorgeous ovals. So let's go ahead and make a card together. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Just to give you guys an idea of the size of these. Don't mind my sequins, which are constantly falling. I need to find a new home for them. If I don't have them right in front of my face, I won't use them. Okay, so we're looking at 2 inches here in length for this one. So they're pretty big. 1.5 for this one. 'Tis the season to be jolly. That looks like it's just under 2 inches. And they're about 1 3/4 across. Yeah. So they're a really good sentiment size, which I think is really nice for a focal point. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make our card. This is just a basic white card base. The colors that I'm going to be using here are polished pink, black, and white. I wanted to give that a try. And then we're going to do black for our heat embossing. Okay, so I'm going to switch over into voiceover mode now as we get ready to create our background using sentiments. So this is something that I like to do on Christmas cards. I did this last year too. I'm going to show you guys how to do it this year with this new stamp set. I think that the font and the sizes and everything just made them perfect to make basically a gigantic background stamp. And so that's why we're bringing in our Stamparatus. Now on my scrap paper, it's kind of hard to see, but I had lined everything up the way that I liked it. And what you see me doing is repositioning because I wanted to use the sentiments individually as the centerpiece, and I also wanted to use them together as a background. And that's how you can do this with your Stamparatus. So what I was mentioning here is that I still have my foam pad down on my Stamparatus, even though these are cling stamps, and that makes it kind of like doubly cushioned. It's not necessary, but I wanted to mention it. And then I was talking and, telling you guys how to do this in the actual live. And I realized I didn't want to put it on my card base. I wanted to put it on my polished pink layer. So I just switched them out. And my layer is 4 by 5.25 inches, by the way, in the polished pink cardstock. I don't use this color enough. And I realized this is non-traditional for Christmas, but I love the way that it turned out. So if you know somebody who just adores pink, this might be a good one for them. So here I used my embossing buddy. What that does, it's an anti-static tool that will remove any oils from your fingers so that when you do stamp in your Versamark ink, only the embossing powder will stick to the ink, which is what we're looking for. And whenever you're creating a background of words, they don't necessarily all have to go in the same direction. You could do some sideways, you could do them at an angle. However, you can make your background look fun and interesting. I think that the important thing when you're doing background stamping with words is that all of those words are for a similar theme or for a similar occasion. And that was one of the reasons why I love this, because basically they are all communicating the same thing. And that makes it, for me, a little bit more of a background stamp that you would see just as if it were literally one stamp. So I am using the black heat embossing powder here for this particular background. I used a variety of the colors, and you can actually find the heat emboss powders in our annual catalog. They come in sets of 3. So we have a basics pack that has white, black, and clear, and we have a metallics pack which has gold, silver, and copper. In this particular video, you're seeing white and black and then gold and silver. But I did not use copper and I did not use clear on this particular card layout. But you could use whatever you like. So for me, using the red and the green, those are the more traditional, and then using the blue and the pink, those are a little bit more non-traditional. I'm just heat setting this with my heat tool. And now we're going to start getting into a little bit of die cutting. This is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This die cut here that you see, the die, this sprig of leaves or this branch, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to cut 2 of them for this particular card layout. I cut 2 for each card. And this is the shaded spruce cardstock. I used shaded spruce for every card. I like this green for Christmas, and even with the non-traditional colors, I felt like it kind of brought in that leafy green look, you know, of course. And then we're going to switch up the berries that go on these branches as well. I just sort of changed up the embellishments, but I thought that this was really beautiful. And of course, the design of that and the curve that you're seeing in the branch aligns with the ovals perfectly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut our oval. And the oval that I am cutting, I'm actually going to cut it twice. The reason that I'm cutting it twice is because I want it in 2 different colors. We're going to do the outer in black, and we're going to do the inner oval in white. So as you can see, when you cut that, it cuts 2 pieces for you in 1 pass. So you're getting the inner oval and the outer oval. If you want to keep it the same color, which is what I had done for the previous 3 cards, then 1 is the only time you need to run it through. If you're going to do a 2-tone oval and frame like I am for this particular card, then you're going to want to run it through twice. And this is just the basic white cardstock right here. I wanted to be able to stamp my sentiment in the center of the oval in polished pink, which was why I chose white. But if you want to keep with the heat embossing theme, you can do that too. So we're just going to lay down our card base. This is actually really simple, sort of a card layout here in terms of we just have our card base, we have our layer, and now we're going to go ahead and have all of our decorative elements really with our ovals and, you know, with the embellishments here. So we're going to start to put this together. I was pointing out that I snuck those ovals in on my Paper Pumpkin alternate card as well, the smaller oval. And I was sneaking my Paper Pumpkin adhesive dots into this card. So fun fact, I was actually designing for both fitting florets and Paper Pumpkin alternates at the same time. Sometimes my craft room is crazy town, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. You probably do it too, right? Like where we're working on multiple things at once. So they kind of, you know, I started sort of swapping out different products for both things. And just a shout out for those of you who did watch my Paper Pumpkin video. I got such great feedback on that. And it makes me so happy to hear when you like the alternates, when they're making you happy. So thank you so much. Every like, every comment, every share, every click and view that you do on my videos, you know, every time a person subscribes, that really lets YouTube know that you're enjoying these videos. And what that means is YouTube will show it to more people. And that just means the world to me, that you guys are willing to take your time to do that. It just means so much. And, you know, anytime you have suggestions or questions or feedback for me, please let me know, because I'm always happy to listen and show you the things that you're looking for. So here you can see the inner oval went up on dimensionals. The outer oval went flat to the card with those little adhesive dots. And now what we're going to do is we're incorporating our branches. What I was talking about here is the layout. And you may find that the branches might overlap slightly depending on the size of the sentiment that you put in the center oval. And what you can do is just trim off little pieces so that it's not covering up the M or covering up the S, or you can change the positioning of exactly where you would like your branches to lay on your oval. For me, I just decided to remove 1 leaf from the lower part of the lower inner corner there of that. And you can see that worked out perfectly. So nothing was covering up the M, nothing was covering up the S. I just adhered them with glue. You could do whatever you want. I'm talking about options for embellishments. Whatever embellishments you have on hand that would look like a berry is fine. If you have the pearlized enamel effects, consider those, because you can get so many with the pearlized enamel effects. It's just in terms of volume, if you need a lot of berries on a project like there are on these branches, 12 actually, then that's a good thing to consider. But if you do have a full sheet of pearls and you want to use it, these are the festive pearls, for example. I wanted to do gold, so I had enough, and we did gold berries for this one. And then we did blue and red and just different colors for the other cards, just depending on the theme. And then those the gold swirls that came with fitting florets, I have one at the top and the bottom of the black oval, and I did them on the outer part of the oval instead of on the inner part. So they're further out than in. And I absolutely love the way that the card turned out. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick review. We have polished pink with black and white. And then you're looking here at Starry Sky with the silver specialty foil and the darker silver. And then, of course, we have the shaded spruce branches there. And then this is Sweet Sorbet with white and then the shaded spruce. And then we have shaded spruce, white, and gold with the red pearls from the festive pearls. So we have a heat embossing element. So these really feel fun and festive and Christmassy. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do crafting tutorials each week. I will be showing more of fitting florets, including an upcoming class that I'm going to have using this collection. So if you are not already on my email list, be sure to subscribe. I have a link in the description box below, and stay tuned for the next video.